And we made, I shouldn't say we, Crendel made a Defender separately. And this Defender, people would leave it in their truck, they'd put it all over the place, but what the Defender does is you're going to suck up nails, you're gonna suck up all kinds of stuff. This fan blade is now, now about $500. And all it's gotta do is get a few chunks missing. It's spinning so fast that as something hits it or impacts it, it'll go through one blade and then through another blade and through another blade. Well, it starts to get off balance. Once it gets off balance, it wrecks itself. So besides the loss in, vacuum capability, you wind up with it tearing up the shaft and everything else. So what's in here is a metal, kind of like check. And this piece of metal, it's caught my glasses 4 times now, where we've sucked up my glasses during a training and we open up this door and they're in there. And we've sucked up what we call mud daubers, which are, okay. So
what are they?
Mud daubers are a yellow jacket.
Oh, hell no.
Build these nests on the outside of your home out of mud.
Oh, they're like really hard?
Yeah, they turn into like a piece of concrete.
Yeah, okay.
Because they do it with saliva and pollen and everything. It's like a piece of concrete. Yeah, and poop. So I've opened up one of those and we had like 20 mud dauber nests. I did this with Matt Reisinger on his show. And we pulled out all these mud dauber nests, but you could hear them hit in here, boom. Well, so we had this Defender separately. And one of our really awesome contractors, guy's name's Brady, he's in Louisiana. His brother-in-law was doing a vac out. And Brady's walking up to the job site and here's the Defender in the back of the truck. Vacuum's going away and he's walking up the driveway and gets hit in the side of the head with a 16-penny nail. Had it hit straight, life would be different. It hit flat and cut him here and right there, and you can see it in the health and safety picture when I do safety trainings. So Brian, who was working with us at the time, Chris worked for Crendel. Brian calls up Chris and he's like, we need to be able to just make it where they don't have a choice. So this got built onto here and it became IDI's design. So that's how this thing came about. And it has great suction, but you can hear right there's that. And then when you look through there, you can see it. The nice part is there's a kill switch here, there's a kill switch here, and there's a kill switch right here. But what you've got to make sure, when I see these things go down, and I've got a customer with 7 of these and all 7 are compromised. Here's what they did wrong. Right here, these don't have the greatest latch capability. I would put another one right here right away before it gets bent, because what happens is they will not clean this out and then they wind up having this bow, and once there's air sucking in here, guess what happens to the rest of the operation? It just doesn't work as well, because it's going to draw its air from the closest place, not 150 foot away. So that's the only thing on this that bugs me. And then when they put it on, they've hit this up against something like the corner of another one, and they dented this on one. As long as this stays nice and flat to here, because you can always add, there's a weather strip right there. You can always replace that. But for a day-to-day vacuum, I've got to tell you a story. So I go out, we get 230 square foot one day. We go out another day, we get 315 square feet. On average, we were doing about 240 square feet. This
an hour.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
So this girl comes to training, and it's in Jacksonville, wants to do this, and so she's calling me up, and she's like, "No, seriously, I did 340 square feet an hour." I'm like, "That's 100."
348 actually.
That was over our average by 100 square feet. And the deal was, it was the amount of energy. It wasn't the vacuum holding us back, but it's also at the end of the hose, what you have at the end of the hose. Some of the best people will take like a 4-foot piece of broomstick and duct tape it to the end so that they can push it out there. It all depends. Everybody is a different size and a different height. So how you set up the end of the hose really is whatever works best for the person at the end of the hose.
What do you do?
Sometimes I have like a a tip that they sell, so I have that. But honestly, a lot of times I'm just using my hands and I'm just in there, and I'm like, I
She
gotta finish
feeds the
this.
thing.
Yeah.
She'll get in there with her hands, break it up, and shove it in.
Yeah.
But it just depends. So I see this is absolutely the #1 money-making vehicle in all of insulation, because a back out averages $1.25 a square foot. In Seattle, they're over $2. If I'm doing 2,500 square feet or 2,000 square feet, 2,000 square feet at $1.25 is $2,500. What are my costs? Even
Bags,
if I'm buying bags,
duct tape, labor.
yeah,
That's it.
even if I'm buying bags, so I got $170 worth
Oh,
of
and a
bags,
dump fee.
and I've got a $100 dump fee. Okay, if I pay my guys $500 to do the vac out for the day, I'm still sitting on $1,700 left. So and I had a guy get really mad during training when I said, because he's like, well, no one wants to go up in the attic and do the vac out. I said, I will give the person at the end of the hose a $100 bonus. He got really upset that I said that during training. I had $1,700 left. What do I care? I gave him a $100 bonus. This is still 60 to 65 to 70% margin on any given day. And the fact is, if I'm foaming, that old insulation needs to come out.
Yep.
That's just a fact. I do not want it sucking up all the amines. And I can't guarantee, when I look at a contract, my contract reads one of two ways. Sign here if we do the vac out. That means we're in control of whether or not it smells. And I will write you a guarantee.
I remember.
Yeah. But if you don't sign there and you're going to make me leave that old insulation in there, then you're in charge of whether or not it smells. I can't be. I'm not in control of all the factors. So, but this, Jeremiah goes, hey, you guys need to get rid of that for me. I'm like, what is wrong here? Because I know I could send this to Texas, it'd be gone in a week. But
Is this on sale?
Well, it's for sale. It's Jeremiah's. Whatever he wants for it, but
Not on sale, we're out of them.
yeah, there you go. That's the equipment manager. That's the guy that has to order these. So you're not allowed to sell any more, right? Through the end
We
of the
can sell
year.
that one, but we can't sell any of them because they're safe for,
They're safe for
training.
training. Yeah. Where the others literally are not for sale, because when I go to Seattle, what do I have to have for that class? I gotta have a vacuum. I'm not shipping this one.